Hello, children. You are welcome to the digital classes of Christ Church Convent Higher Secondary School, Gadawara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your accounts teacher. This video is for class 11th. Subject is accounts. Chapter number 6, Subsidiary Books, Part 5. This is the final part. And after this, you will be given theory questions and numericals to write down in your fair notebook. In this module, we shall study about purchase return book, sales returns book, and journal proper. So, what is the meaning of purchase return? You just recollect your memory. You studied terminologies in chapter number 1, and again you revised it in accounting vouchers and journal. So purchase return means when some part of the purchased goods is returned back to the seller due to certain reasons. So it is called purchase return. And this type of return go out of the business. Therefore, the other name for it is return outwards. To record it, the book which is prescribed and kept by business organization is purchase return book. So what may be the reasons for purchase returns? Many reasons, but main reasons are either overpricing, damage in transit, or any faulty packaging, goods is not as per the order, or it is inferior in quality. So what happens when goods is returned? Either you can receive money in cash, means money will be given back by the seller, or that money will be adjusted when businessman makes next purchase. If money is returned back, then matter is over, it is clear. In case if it is not given back and the money for that goods will be adjusted in future purchase, then seller writes a debit note in the name of purchaser. So again you recall accounting vouchers where you studied about debit note and credit note. So seller prepares a debit note in the name of purchaser. Okay. So what is a debit note? So money is not returned and will be adjusted in upcoming future for the next purchase. So name of the seller, description of the goods return, reasons for returning, everything is mentioned. It contains a serial number and date and prepared in 2 copies. One copy is with the seller and the other copy is with the purchaser. Okay. So seller makes a credit note and purchaser makes a debit note. So after debiting him, money is returned back. Okay. So see on your screen, you are seeing an example for purchase return book. Some transactions are given on 2 dates, September 8 and 25, and you have to prepare these transactions in the purchase return book of Messrs. Vivek and Brothers. First case is goods returned to Ram Brothers And what goods? So it is written 4 shirt pieces at the rate of rupees 50 per piece, and trade discount was 10%. September 25, goods was returned to Messrs. Atul and Company, 5 pant pieces at the rate of rupees 60 per piece, trade discount 15%, and reasons are given. So you have 6 columns. First is for date, next is for particulars, then CN credit note number, LF laser folio, amount and net amount. So date is mentioned. First of all, we write the name of the seller to whom the good is returned. What is returned, that description is written, and we subtract trade discount which was received. So 50 per piece multiply 4 shirts comes to 200, and 10% of 200 is rupees 20, that is subtracted, and the net amount is written in net amount column 180. Likewise, the second transaction is in the name of Atul and Company, 5 pant pieces, rate was 160. So 160 multiply 5 comes 800, and discount 15%. 15% of 800 is 120, that is subtracted, and the net amount is written 680 in net amount column. And then total returns is made. What total return is done? सेल्स रिटर्न बुक. तो जैसे हम माल वापस करते हैं, कोई हमें वापस कर सकता है, एंड रीजंस में बी द सेम. जो माल, तो जैसे तुम व्यापारी वैसे वो भी व्यापारी. तो सेल्स रिटर्न मतलब बेचा हुआ माल तुम्हारे पास वापस आ रहा है, उसके लिए तुम एंट्री करते हो. तो उसके लिए एक परचेस, जैसे परचेस रिटर्न के लिए परचेस रिटर्न बुक होती है, वैसे ही सेल्स रिटर्न के लिए भी एक सेल्स रिटर्न बुक होती है. It comes into the business, therefore the other name for this is returns inwards. Okay, and credit note is made. Seller sends credit note when goods are returned by the customer. 2 copies are there. 1 copy is with the businessman and the other copy is given to the customer. ठीक है. If trade discount is there, you remember this, it is always subtracted, and from sales return book it is carried to the sales return account by writing to sundries as per sales book return, and it is posted. Likewise, purchase return books total is also posted in purchase return account. You can have a glance of example number 17. The columns are same and method is also same. First column is for date, second is for particulars, third is for CN, laser folio, amount and net amount. 3 transactions are there. We write the name Balram, but no description is given, only amount is given rupees 1000. So we directly write an amount column because there is no trade discount. January 15 transaction, name of this customer is Chandrasekhar, and simply it is given 600, goods of 600 sold to was inferior quality, hence allowed him a discount at 10%. Okay, yes, this is an exceptional case here. Total goods which was sent earlier, it was of rupees 600, but it was inferior in quality, so he did not return goods back, only the money was discounted. तो 10% डिस्काउंट उसको दे दिया, तो उतना रुपये अपन ने कम मान लिया ऑलरेडी. तो 600 का ना मानकर 540 का मानेंगे. तो ऐसा मान लेंगे कि 60 रुपीज़ का जो गुड्स है वो वापस आ गया. ठीक है. एंड द लास्ट एंट्री इज़ दिनेश, 250 रुपये का माल उसने वापस किया. तो ऐसा टोटल कितना हो गया? 1310. सो दैट ग्रैंड टोटल ऑफ रिटर्न्स इज रिटर्न एट द डाउन. Now, journal proper. Actually, journal proper is a sister, or you can say brother of journal only. Many of the times, what happens? Some entries are not recorded, है ना? So they are omitted. Some entries due to human fault. Some entries are omitted to record in accounting books, or any wrong entry is made for which no overwriting can be done. So there are certain situations for which journal cannot be changed or cannot be overwritten because it's a principal book of records. So instead of correcting them, a journal proper is made in which omitted entries, rectifying entries, transfer entries, adjusting entries, closing entries, and opening entries are done. So it is the proforma for journal proper is as same as journal, but only thing is that the entries made in journal proper are some different, some exceptional cases. Therefore, it has got another name, journal proper. When you come to the numerical questions, or you will see its example, you will come to know there is no change. All those three accounting rules for making transaction, or you can say generalizing, will be followed here. Will not be any change here. Like for all those three accounts, personal accounts, real accounts, and nominal accounts. So those three rules will be followed here. There is no any other change except in journal proper we make a record of exceptional cases. That's it. So here this is the end of lesson, and very soon you will be sent the questions to be written in your fair notebook. So keep on revising, keep seeing and watching the videos, listening them, so that the things are set in your mind very properly. Thank you.